Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. Welcome to a very miserable, grey and wet London this morning. It's been raining all night, but that's what London does, I suppose, in November. Nothing new there. Relatively quiet day today. You could call it sort of CPI day, if you like. We've got plenty of Fed, sorry, not Fed speak, but general central bankers speak. Mr. Bailey, the head of the Bank of England, is up in about half an hour. He's reporting to the Treasury Committee in the UK in Parliament, so that's quite a key interaction, him and other members of the MPC. So watch sterling on that. FTSE is up a tad this morning. Sterling sort of lifted against a weaker dollar overnight as well. European inflation CPI at the same time, and then later on this afternoon we've got Canadian inflation as well. So Euro CAD maybe in play. We'll have a look at that later on if you like. Obviously, any particular asset you want me to have a look at or you want to interact with, please let me know. I'll go through the core main trading. I don't say top 10 assets. Gold's had a really good day yesterday. Oil also lifted. Jobs, not jobs, but housing data out of the US as well. Remember, it's permit starts. We got existing homes. New home sales also this week, and then later on this afternoon. I don't know if you can see that because of where that little blob is. We have the private inventories for the oil market as well. So oil's obviously in play as well with everything that's going on in the world. The FT this morning in London, we should have a quick look at the news, leads with this story about European troops in Ukraine would secure Trump peace deal, says Estonia. Estonia, I think, is actually leading in the EU at the moment. So interesting. Let's get rid of. You don't want to see my ugly mug, do you? There. Interesting headline that the FT has led with this morning. Obviously, there was yesterday. Biden talked about allowing long-range US missiles to be fired from Ukraine into Russia. So obviously, Putin's pushed back on that overnight. That's obviously lifted. That's helped lift gold and oil, and obviously perhaps weaken US yields further, and that's therefore undermining the dollar a wee bit. Today, overnight, things have stocks have moved higher as the dollar pauses, as Reuters is reporting here. Stocks higher as dollar pauses is leading open for the European Open this morning. And I said here in London, the FTSE opened higher following a fairly decent performance on Monday. So let's have a look at the charts. I say, guys, anything you want me to look at in particular, let me know. Stick it in the chat box and we'll have a look at it together. But I posted something in the in our excuse me, in our chat box yesterday about gold. People were asking about gold, and this is my take on the daily time frame. This is gold on the daily time frame in our prop trade, the prop trade platform. You can see a big move down. These were the three key levels to the downside I was looking at, and we had a big pop yesterday, 2% rally through the key 2,600 level. We're up again this morning. We're currently trading at 26.26 to the upside. So next resistance, if we can breach this key fib level, which sits at 26.31, would take us to 50% fib retracement of this down leg from this top, the all-time high we had here at the end of October, the beginning of November. So 26.31 today as an upside target, and then 26.60. Before that, we've got a bit of a resistance zone through 26.40 as well, through this little resistance area we've got here. So that's a key little area as well. And then obviously the round 26.50 as well to the upside. A reversal of this two-day up leg, but we gapped yesterday. So that gap, might watch that gap on the actual candle bodies, not just the wicks there. Is also watch that. But 25.60 is a big support area, as it was back here at the middle of September when we were moving up. So as far as today's concerned, we're obviously still bid a wee bit, but you can see the candle's not as strong. Man, you had a strong close yesterday. I was not as strong as yesterday. So the hourly candles so far are bid from yesterday's. This is the parabolic set. This is the same setup we've just seen on there, and there's that there's our down. That's the sort of an hour. That's the Fibonacci level, but we're running into that. There's that 26.31 zone there at key 38.2 fib on the daily time frame. So the hourly eyeing that currently. So if we go through some of the majors, you'll see. Let's start the bottom up. This one we went top down yesterday. So let's start bottom up. Where's my? There we are. So again, this is the hourly on sterling. You see, it's recovered from this the down. We were talking about this, the down movement we'd had to 126. This is from our daily time frame. So we've had a quite a strong start to the night to today. Here's the 19th here. And we've rallied to 26.85 and then cooled, and so we've come down. No data driving that. Perhaps expectation of what Bailey and the members of the MPC might say to the Monetary Policy Committee. In the Treasury Committee, I should say. So 26.38 at the moment, and there's a key perhaps support area. So we might find some support here. If not, we'll breach that and possibly test yesterday's lows, which took us under that 126 level. So 126 still in play for sterling so far. If that, it's only a couple of hours that, but certainly the dollars. Weakened into close yesterday, and sterling's turned around. The euro, as we said yesterday, we said last week as well, we'd obviously tested that key 105 level, but here on the European Open, big down hour so far, and we're where are we? 22 minutes in, so that was an old change, but we've rallied again. First fib level has held. So sells around the 106.05 level, so just above 106, and then we're down, and we're down. Sells from up here as this is flipped here nicely in the money on that 1 hour chart from earlier. It's 4 o'clock this morning. That's moved down. 105 is the next big line in the sand. We're still 30 pips above that. Yesterday's low took us around about 105.15. Before that, we were 105.12, and then we breached 105 on last week. So watch those to the downside as well. So dollars picked up in early European trades, my friend. So watch that as well. Dollar yen. Obviously, lots of chatter from the Bank of Japan. Pulled the yen down. So again, key daily fib levels in play this morning. There's the start of this morning, where we were mid between the 38 and the 61.8. We have now breached that 61.8 fib level. So and it's breached it quite significantly as well. So we are through 154 from a high of 157 just late last week. So a relative unwinding of the yen as well. So 153.64 this morning. Next level to watch on the higher time frame, whether we get that today or not, is the 153 level itself. So 154's given way. A big down candle, dollar on the bid, on some obviously expectation of more Trump appointments. Some of the controversial appointments are still swinging around. Gates, in particular, the head potential new attorney general. There's lots of potential skeletons in the cupboard from the sounds of things, but Trump is determined to push through with his strong mandate, which he's got from the US public. So 153.50 is holding so far for dollar yen. You see, it's obviously a clean round psychological number, but whether that continues to hold, we'll see as the time moves on. Here on the 1 hour chart, the MACD is sort of sticking down again. That's a big unwind, and maybe some support at 153.50. If we look at the calendar, there wasn't a great deal of data overnight. The RBA minutes, no surprise there, remained very, very dovish. RBA with their outlook. Again, Bailey today will be probably called about the likelihood of a further rate cut. That's probably under question now, quite seriously. Obviously, the ECB are continue to go that way, and the December cut from the Fed is also very much under question as well. About 60-40, 50-50. It varies from day to day. Actually, I haven't actually looked at CMC latest for a while. I'll look at that later. So yeah, so dollars having weakened yesterday and the earlier and the Asian session, it sort of picked up here as the European session gets into full swing. So let's have a quick look at the others. The Aussie, yesterday we were down here, weren't we, at this 64.50 area. A strong rally into close, but dollars, I say, come back not as much as the European currencies, 64.89. So we couldn't hold the 65 level. Quite a round, again, another big round number, psychological number from times past, .65, but we're at 64.89. So that's given up and that's coming back. So it's a stronger dollar. A relatively stronger dollar in the Europe for the European traders this morning. Dollar CAD, as you said, with strong rally to that 151. We gave up over 100 pips, or close to 100 pips yesterday, back to 140. But again, dollars bounced off that this morning. Obviously, another round number that's in play, and with 30 pips for the good on that one as well, 140.30. So overall, dollars relatively on the front foot there. Elsewhere, stock markets closed relatively positive yesterday. 23 points for the S&P 500. Where's my index? Is gone. 23 points for the S&P 500. Wasn't the S&P? Here it is. So a relatively good day yesterday. Here we are. This is yesterday. No, that's the hourly chart, isn't it? This is yesterday. A good opening start, and then we just sort of held most of the gains. Obviously, stock markets are looking. Nvidia report earnings tomorrow, so we'll see how that pans out. But obviously, they've had a significant lift from the weaker dollar as well. But interesting here on this 1 hour chart, we've had a positive rally. It wasn't massive, was it, here on the S&P? But hope you can see that. The charts in a way you can see make that a bit bigger. You can see the hourly chart is triggered short there this morning at 8 o'clock, just so 9 o'clock, just 27 minutes ago. That would have went short at 58.97.78, and it's nicely in the money as well already during this hour. Actually, that was 9 o'clock. So this is the 9 o'clock candle, completes in half an hour. So that's triggered short this morning. So next low level would be this 58.56. Nasdaq, I know, is a wee bit more popular. So Nasdaq similar. I say we'd had I was talking to you yesterday, and we'd had a trigger short on that on Thursday, which we'd taken out during Friday, an intraday one, a bigger short yesterday. We were out of the money yesterday. Our stop loss here. Just chart looks a bit odd. There we are. So stop a short on Friday's close. Sorry, it was big down candle, but nicely engulfing that very small move up yesterday for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was up itself. This is Nasdaq 100, but the wider Nasdaq was up 111 points, or 0.6 of 1%. The best of the markets again. Tesla was a big lift yesterday on expectations of more relaxation in the regulation around EV self-driving. Obviously, with Trump, with Trump's ear being rattled by Mr. Musk himself. What can one say? Anyway, Nasdaq was short on Friday against the money yesterday. We're still out of the money at the moment, but we're down again this morning. So there's that daily one, the hourly, 4 hours also went short way back here on the 11th, and it's still been short. Tried to move up yesterday, didn't happen, didn't cross, so that's positive for our daily short. You can see we're down, and then we're down again now, even though the parabolic SAR still there. It's still no cross there. See the parabolic flipped. It's flipped positive on this rise up yesterday, but we're back down. So our daily short on the Nasdaq 100 remains in play. And the FTSE, I just mentioned the European markets because so we've gotten relatively positive. FTSE, it's holding the 8,000 level, 8,075 this morning. but it's turned around in early trades as well. So if we actually look at the 1 hour time frame, so we did relatively positive in European markets, in the Asian markets, and then just after the live open, we've slipped to 80 on the FTSE. And the DAX, one I trade or look at more than certainly the FTSE. Again, that one's short, nice strong twitch here. Again, an hour or so ago, half an hour ago, I'm nicely in the money on that one. Remember, this was the look at the daily fib levels on here. We've sort of, this is this down, this last sort of down leg, and we've continuing. We've rallied, but we didn't break the 50% level. We came up, and we've topped out in the last 3 days. So down day yesterday and down day again today. So the 50 level held. We didn't get to the 61.8. So this last downish leg has sort of weakened, and so we could be testing DEX down as we trade at 18,950 through the key 19,000 level yesterday. 18,840 is the next down leg to look at from the intraday low we had last week. So watch that one on the daily basis. On the hourly basis, again on my other system, I can't share the screen with you here. That was short. DAX was short last night, and it's signaling again potentially today. Obviously today's got a long way to run before that runs out, but nice move here on an intraday basis. Those that you're trading on today, it's a really nice one to trade the DAX. I like it on the 2 minute, 5 minute as well. It's a nice flippy one. You can some you don't win all the time, but it's a nice one to trade the DAX if you're trading the European session. If you're interested in indices, as I say, guys, let me know. We're here to help as ever. Any questions? No questions so far today. So anything else? Well, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Obviously, the weaker dollar has helped the cryptos across the board. That 93,000 is back in play. 91,200 again this morning. 91,200. Where did we get to this morning? Yesterday we got to 92,663. So again, relatively well bid, but sort of again, it's that sort of congestion here on the 1 hour chart. If you go up time frames, it's still nicely bid. There's the 4 hour parabolics are up, although they MACD. So we've got a bit of divergence here. So we're careful on that one on those higher time frames, but we're looking for a turn, and we could bring in that 93 if this ticks up. But MACD still relatively negative, running out of steam a wee bit on that 4 hour time frame. And the daily though, is as we said yesterday, and we have said there's our key support. Let me put that in actually. So next time I always come back here. It's big support on a daily basis now, around about that 87 level. So obviously with the volatility in Bitcoin, it could crash through that very, very quickly. But I would expect more pressure to the upside unless some of the the rhetoric around the Trump delivery starts to wane, which we are sort of seeing in the volume on the candles here. The distance the candles have traveled. So Bitcoin remains bid 91,300, 93,000. I'm sure, as you know, 860 was our all-time high just last week post US election news. Yields have continued to cool. The 10-year closed at 4.4114. 4.414 last night. They are a wee bit lower this month, 4.01. I think I saw them just a minute ago. Yeah, on my short. See, bond yields pushed lower yet in this European trades. Yeah, so yields sort of pushed lower, but the dollar's ticked up as we saw in the last hour or so. Whether that holds for the rest of the day, we shall see. We've got our levels to look to. So let's just finish with the euro. So here, 105 potentially in view again. Let's look at what we've been doing in the last hour. yeah, that's continuing to push lower. So we've tested into 105.25, and we've bounced a wee bit off that. So look what this looks like on our little 15-minute chart. We've probably been short now. We might be going long. No, still nicely short on that one. There's the cross at 4 o'clock this morning on the 15-minute, and when again it looks like we could have got out, but you could have got back in there on a big down candle. We were still sloping down, so again retraced, but our stop loss would have been up here, or even up at the parabolic chart. Some people having there. It's a bit of a catastrophic type stop loss having it at the parabolic cycle. You can see here, there's a big move down here, and your stop loss would still be up there. So, I mean, I wouldn't get too close anyway. But mine would be around about there now, 105.63 as we continue to unwind there on that 15-minute. But you can see the histogram's nice and big on this big move down. So just stay with it. Volatility's picked up, ATR's picked up, so we're pushing lower. 105.25 looks like our low of the day. Currently, we bounced 15 pips, so I might be closing, but some of that out. But patience is always key. So there we go, my friends. Say, watch the chatter from Mr. Bailey and the members of the MPC. European inflation in less than half an hour, top of the hour. And this afternoon, we've got Canadian inflation, housing and permits, housing starts and permits is the main US data. And then later on in the day, we've got the private inventories for oil. We didn't actually look at oil, did we? Didn't we? Let's have a quick look at oil while we're here, because that's obviously in play given the global story. So we're under $69, or back to $69 again. Let me just bring that on a 1 hour chart. So a good day on Monday for oil. We moved higher into 69.50, a new sort of weekly high from that 69.40 zone last week, but can't get back to the $70 level. And we're down again this morning on correlating with the stronger dollar so far in European trade. So again, that's another one that's flipped there on the hourly chart. So that would have been short from 8 o'clock, the close of that candle. Oil traders on this hourly time frame from 69.15, and nicely in the money on that one as well. And just stop loss, probably I'd still my stop loss at the top there, the high of the day. See if how much of yesterday's rally we give back. Put a little fib on there. Well, let's do it while we're here, shall we? A little fib from the low of, well, the absolute low. So we rallied quite well, and there we are. We've breached the first fib level, 23.60. 23.6 was here at 68.90. Next level is 38.2, which sits at 68.46. See if that continues to unwind as the day goes on, and see the impact of private inventories later on today. So take care, stay safe, and may the pips be with you as ever. I'll see you all tomorrow. The best of trading, my friends. Take care. All the best, everyone. Bye-bye.